Hello and welcome back to another Hot Dogs, Horseshoes and Hand Grenades. I'm CZSurvivor, and today we are looking at update 97 Alpha 3, which is, well, two main tweaks. This beauty, granular option controls, not fully implemented, and a quick change to sausage gun reloading, but we'll get onto that in a second. First, another small little change. You might notice the grass looks a bit different. Anton fixed the colour balancing of the grass. Now, I didn't directly state this in last episode because I didn't quite realise what I was noticing. When I had shadows turned off last episode, I said the colour, something felt off about the colours, and that HDR colour correcting looked better if it was off when you had no shadows. I'll show it here. Now, I think it actually looks better with it on. He basically, it was washed out the colours for the grass. And without the shadows, there was no contrast, which made the washing out feel more strong. And I now know how to articulate that because I've seen the solution, I can compare them, and yeah. Anywho, yes, granular custom options. So, let's go through what we've got. So, this is what you'd normally get if you don't select custom. Hello again. Physics. But when you hit custom, you get some options. When you select custom for the first time, it defaults to the minimum, which I think is the best option. Actually, no, the best option will be to default to your current graphics setting, I think. The reason why, and it's just not also defaulting to the max, is because if you've got a poor system and you set it to custom, you're then going to go and tank. And that'll be fun to try and change it in VR now, won't it? Anywho. So he's planning on adding some more settings and fixing a setting that isn't working. So, our custom settings that are here. So we've got real-time shadows. It turns on and off real-time shadows. Hello, shadows. Wee, shaky, shaky shadows. Oh, no shadows. Oi. Once I can put you away. So, we want that on. Anti-Aliasing. This is what fixes your jaggies on curves. So, if I turn it off, I need to find something that would have good jaggies up close. This branch might have good jaggies. Yeah. So if we look at it, no, it's not really doing it. The HTC Vive controller has really, really nasty jaggies on its controller geo. There'll be somewhere where you can see it. When you see a straight line that's not, or a straight line or a curve that's not in plane with the X or the Y of the pixels, it creates weird little jaggies. Anti-Aliasing fixes that. Generally, quick tip. 2 gives you the most benefit. It's diminishing returns as you go up, but it's linear. Is it linear cost? I think it's linear cost, but diminishing returns. Or it might be exponential cost. Basically, each multiplier is the number of times it re-renders the scene. Ish. Don't hold me that, I'm oversimplifying it. Re-renders the scene-ish to try and smooth it out. There's loads of different types of aliasing. We've got MSA, which I forgot. What's MSA stand for? Something anti-aliasing. You've got TSAA. No. Is it TSAA? Temporal space anti-aliasing. You got... Oh, I used to know all these. Brain. There's one that's like a real quick cheaty one. It doesn't matter. You can go look them up if you really want to know. But basically, I usually advise 2. Especially, anti-aliasing gets diminishing returns also with the more higher resolution your monitor is. The higher the resolution your monitor is, the less anti-aliasing you need because the more pixels you have, so the more smoother it is inherently. It kind of creates some blending effects and some mush, and it can create, like, the higher it is, like a faded edge. It's really cool to read. I read it ages ago, and I can't remember all the exact words and textures and details. But anywho, I suggest 2, especially with such a high resolution thing as the index. Lower resolutions, you might want to bump it up higher, but, you know, it's going to impact your performance. Texture filtering. I just heard a fly in my room. It flew into something. Great, that's going to annoy me. Anywho, so this changes textures at a distance, and it makes them just feel nicer. I don't know how to properly explain it. It's a horrible one. Generally, I say have that on. Real-time shadows. Now, this is where I was saying something isn't properly implemented. Something to do with not UE4. Unity. This is Unity game. This is supposed to change your shadow resolution. So if I go to high, medium, look how the shadow resolution changes. This is supposed to change that. Currently bugged. Anton's working on it. Real-time shadow distance, it's pretty simple. It changes the distance that they render out to. High looks pretty, but it's more costly. As this goes up, it gets more costly. Soft particles, I'm not exactly sure what those are. Particle effects collisions, basically when a particle effect is created, how complicated the collision maths. The more complicated, the more realistic, the more pretty, whatever. That's a CPU thing. If you're not bottlenecking your CPU, that's a good thing to throw up. If your CPU's bottleneck, stop it. Most of these, I believe, are GPU, but I'm pretty sure particle effects is a CPU thing. Max pixel light is how many light sources you can have a scene. So the sun is one light source, so you always need at least one. Muzzle flashes can be another. I don't know about how torches work in this, but, you know, higher makes it prettier. We won't actually really see an effect now because nothing's really going on. But, yeah, once this is properly implemented, I will be using it because I think this throws up you to one of the high MSAs, and I don't need it. And it just tanks the system. Like, currently now, if I look at my thing, I am below the 11 millisecond thing whilst looking over there. Like, the only time I get a spike is when I press the button to bring up the Steam overlay because, well, it's doing a bunch of processing. Which is good. Granted, real-time shadows will push that up, but 8.5 out of 11 is pretty good. And this is one of the more intensive scenes. Oh. I won't say I practiced that a lot beforehand, but I may have practiced that shot a lot, and now I can't do it. 1 second, let's just get the easier one. Perfect. I need to aim a bit higher because I'm getting caught on that ledge. If the rock wasn't there, I'd be perfectly landing into his toes. I'm not compensating. I'm compensating for distance, but not objects. And directly slap him. Anywho, yes. I may have spent some time messing around with a gun before this. So, yeah. Things are looking pretty. Why did I do the FAMAS? I haven't seen the FAMAS in a while, and I just felt like tossing that. Nah. Oh, I'd be so dead there. So dead. Let's see. So you, if I have a look, that tree, if I aim there. Nope. Wow. Yeah, it's been a while since I've used the grenade launcher. That needs probably somewhere. Let's see. If I... that feels about right. I don't know where that landed. It could have landed in that little valley that's just there. Oh, also, something that... main reason I did this. They're back. We got flip sides so we can magnify. Magnify. Oh, 1 second. That's going to confuse me. I think I hit him. I'm not exactly sure. So yeah, we got long distance. And short distance. Oh, might help if I actually aim. It's a long time since I've used the FAMAS, and I think I'm slightly offset. Ah, that's why. Yeah, I have a problem with the FAMAS. It's actually a problem with most of the guns that have such high offsets for the sights. I always natural compensated for them. I mess up. Let's go see. Did I actually land that grenade? Not the grenade. The bullets on this guy, and then we'll go take a look at the sausage gun updates. But yeah, this scene is looking so beautiful now, which is very promising for other scenes. And oh, I forgot how low resolution the grass was out here. Such beauty. Oh, I missed you. No. Oh well. Anywho, yes. Let's return to the main scene. Enough about me being silly and having a bit of fun. I was placed in the wrong way. We need to go to the proving grounds because it's the only place we could spawn them. Sausage guns. Sausage fun. The arcadey mechanic has changed. So, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Mach 11. Oh, hello. Yes, we also need to talk about you. I completely forgot about you. Where's that gun spawning? I'm hearing it. Oi? There's one. Ah, here they are. So, they no longer reload by being in your spawn slot. So, let's just jank that. So if I put that away, it won't reload. No. Ah, we may have accidentally did it. Let me just... You might have figured out how that works. Did you hear the jingle? So, pick close position. Ah, you can see how much my hand's shaking. So did you hear the little tings? Those are bullets. It's reloading. So you meant to shake it. But apparently I've got like the slightest jitters in my hand. That it's reloading naturally. I don't know, that's probably a bad thing. This is terrifying. Although it does feel satisfying. Boing, boing. Gosh, that is nice. So yeah, no longer reloading here. I love that little ding at the end there. Ding! Ah. Anywho, we need to talk about you. I could probably do with a gun with a bit more, capacity. You'll work. We'll use some sausage guns for this. So, this thing has been changed. So if we watch this, it now regens slower. Slow enough that you could theoretically do it without slowing it down by shooting the center. So if we watch that, look how slow that's moving. So yeah, it's now easier, and you don't need the explanation of you have to shoot the center to slow down the regen. Wait. Let me just empty this. Yeah, Anton's still working on the reload times for these. They feel a bit short, to say the least. How many layers do you penetrate out of curiosity? I never actually test this. Oh, also another thing, you can't partial reload these. You have to wait until it's empty before you can reload. Let's just see. So it's able to penetrate one layer. Pretty nice. Wait, 1 second. You're not going to ricochet? What about if I shoot through? It is partially ricocheting. I do love the pretty green. Anywho, yeah. I think that's everything for Anton's update. The node, the sausage guns, the greening, the custom settings, the flip site. Let me just have one check. I think that's everything. Oh yeah, taken old, there's been a bit of fixes. So Anton thinks he's fixed the problem where in the... how do I explain it quickly? The secondary stations, so the ones that, not the gun, not the spawners, but the things that can like dupe ammo, give you ammo, dupe mags, give ammo, or recycle guns. He's changed it so his randomizer actually works in that you're guaranteed to get a more balanced approach, and you're not going to get all three. You can get all three on a free set and vice versa, and there's a little bit of detail. Basically, true randomness does not feel random because human brains do not truly understand true randomness. For example, if you ever listen to music, you've got that option called weighted shuffle. Generally, people use that because it feels more random, even though, mathematically, it's not random. It's weighted, so it's not random. But anywho, yeah. One little spud. One little spud. One little spud to the sausage, shall we go? So, spun a sausage. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed. If you did so, hit that like button. Got any comments, questions, drop them down in the comments section below. I'll answer them if possible. New to the channel, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date. Don't forget you can follow me on Twitter and support me on Patreon. Links for those are down in the description. Stay well, and Survivor out. I never realised that actually sparked. How nice, and how crude. Cheerio.